Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Here's a simple recipe for instant Spanish rice. Whether you're in a hurry, or you have no power, or you just want something that's as easy as ever, this is a recipe for you. This is a type of recipe that you can have a basic meal in a hurry. It can serve you well in an emergency, and you can also add all kinds of other ingredients and side dishes to make it a bigger, better meal. Today I'm heading out to Granny Camp, which is my Alaska off-grid cabin, and this is a meal that I like to make when I'm out there because it requires almost no preparation. You just need to boil water. The secret to instant Spanish rice is minute rice. All you have to do to make minute rice is boil water, add the rice, turn off the heat, put on a lid, and let it soak for 5 minutes. To make instant Spanish rice, you need 1 cup of minute rice, 1 cup of chicken broth, 1 can of Rotel or any kind of diced tomatoes that you enjoy, cilantro, and chili powder. To make this recipe even easier, if you don't have a can of broth, you can use broth base or bouillon. Then you just need to remember to include the water. Since I'm taking this out to Granny Camp, I'm going to use the broth base. I'm going to measure out the dry seasonings into a small container. Into the small dish, I have 2 teaspoons of the chicken broth base, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, and 2 teaspoons of cilantro. But you can add or adjust the seasonings and spices to suit what you like. I mixed my seasonings into a little container. I bought these at the Dollar Tree. I can snap on the lid and it's ready to go with my meal. You can put this together as a meal in a bag, set it in your pantry, and then you have an emergency meal or a quick and easy something to eat when you don't know what you want and you're out of time and the bandwidth of your brain has been taxed. So I have put the 1 cup of minute rice into a small jar. I have the can of Rotel. I have the little box with the chicken bouillon, cilantro, and chili powder, and then I know that I need to add a cup of water, so I have my water set aside to take out to Granny Camp because I don't have any running water out there. But you don't need to store the water just for this recipe with it in your pantry. You just need to make sure that you have emergency water on hand to use when you need it. Welcome to Granny Camp. If you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, perhaps you've seen my Granny Camp. It's my Alaska off-grid cabin. I like to come out here in the summer. There's no electricity, there's no running water, and I just come out here and I like to get away and have a great time. I have added a few solar lights. I cook on a butane stove. This butane stove is gas 1. They're mostly all the same, and then you need a can of butane. This one is a sterno, but just make sure it says butane fuel cartridge. Then you want to lift this little cap here, and you take off, if there's a plastic cap on here, you remove that, and then see where there's a notch. You have to pay attention when you're inserting the notch. The notch needs to go up, and then slide down the fuel lock. And you can see it pulled the canister into position and it's ready to go. Now you want to close the lid. Make sure there's nothing flammable around your stove. And you turn the knob to where it says light. And it's on. So I have my 1 cup of water, my can of Rotel or diced tomatoes with green chilies. I have my container with the bouillon, cilantro, and chili powder. I just need to stir this together and bring it to a boil. You can see my mixtures come to a boil, so I'm going to stir in the 1 cup of minute rice. Add the lid and turn it off. And that's all the fuel you need for this. Could be like an emergency meal. Now you just need to let it soak for 5 minutes. You can see Granny Camp is rustic and simple, but I love it out here. It's been about 5 minutes and our instant Spanish rice should be done. You can see it makes a nice big pot. The thing to know about minute rice is it does not double in size like regular rice, so don't plan on it becoming bigger and better than what you see in front of you, but you can see it still makes a lot of hot, tasty, delicious food. I have some Colby Jack shredded cheese. So I'm going to sprinkle a nice serving of that on top. Yummy. Instant Spanish rice, anyone? Now, you could make this into a bigger, better meal. You could serve it with some chicken, roll it in a burrito, maybe grill some peppers and onions, turn it fajita style. There's all different ways that you can use a simple rice, but if you don't have anything else to eat and you're just worn out, or you don't have a lot of money, or it's an emergency type situation, basic meals like this that you can use simple, inexpensive foods can help keep you and your family fed. Let's try it. It's so windy out right now. Can you hear the wind howling at Granny Camp? Yummy. Let us know in the comments below, are there other ways that you serve minute rice? How do you turn them into instant meals so that you can be ready to keep your family fed no matter what the day brings? That's the whole point of being a prepper, keeping life going smoothly, as smooth as possible. Will every day be the best? No. Will every meal be the best? Absolutely not. But as long as we have something and we have a positive outlook, we'll be okay with whatever the future brings. I hope you'll like my video, share it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.